Hey, let's just talk about it like it is. This is the moment where Kendrick defeated the biggest rapper of all time.
Yes.
The biggest rapper of all time. It's a song that is incredibly fun. The disses are venomous. The beat is amazing. And he does the little chant shit at the end. OV ho. Come on, this is the best ever.
You're not crazy for saying I'll say, were you ready for the hate comments?
On our last YouTube video?
Yeah.
No, I was kind of surprised. I thought that people would be able to have like a mature conversation about what was going on.
In the YouTube comment section.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I guess I'm just looking for the intellectual conversation in the wrong place. But yeah, bro. I mean, I think just going in, you guys knew how I went into it, right? You know, I was doing something else. You guys called. Kenny dropped again. Had to drive across town over here and figure it out. So I was already not in the mood to listen to more.
Kendrick.
I'm like, bro, I'm trying to enjoy my Saturday. You just dropping more hate, more negativity. Because that last track was heavy. Meet the Grams was pretty heavy. On my soul, bro. I had to meditate.
All right, J. Cole.
I had to read a book. I had to just, sleep it off real quick. And then he dropped more. But it was fun, though. I had a good time listening to it. This one's more fun.
I want to say, was that our most hated on video? I feel like we've received some hate. As middle guy, I've definitely received some hate, but it's mostly been in our female rapper reactions.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that was our most hated on video.
Okay. What would it be? Doja Cat?
I think maybe Doja Cat video 1, where y'all weren't rocking. They were saying crazy
things.
Demons. They said, these two brothers are stupid.
Bro, I'm like, what, bro? It's unnecessary.
Or I got hated on a lot for the first Drake diss, the push-ups reaction.
Yes, you did.
White guy was meat riding Kendrick.
White guy was going crazy for Kendrick.
White guy had to close his mouth when he was finished.
I think this is the only time that I've received like mad hate comments. This is probably my first time.
This is the most direct they've been. Normally, like they'll get like tandem hate with both of us.
Yeah,
right.
But yeah, this was.
But I also don't care because I was right. And they were wrong.
On that.
That's crazy.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to the Stereo Vision podcast.
Episode 101. Into the triple digits we go.
You know what I'm saying? We had to leave y'all for a minute. Just sit on episode 100 for a little bit. Revel in all that. But we back now talking some more shit because the game is in disarray.
Yeah, it is.
I think that we don't really got to do all the semantics. We all know what fucking happened. You've seen all of our videos. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for tapping in with us. Make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Tell your peoples to tap into us. Watch us on Twitch, do all the shit. Kendrick, Drake, and those are the only two that have really been shooting at each other that matter at this point. They set off some bombs this week.
Yeah, for sure. And it sounds like we might be getting another one today. I don't
know.
We're recording this on Sunday, May 5th. Happy Cinco de Mayo, y'all.
Yep.
I don't know why we don't have tequila shots on the pod. But it sounds like we might be getting another one today. I don't know what to think about that, but
don't drop. I'm tired. It's a lot of editing. It's a lot of running around. It's a lot of not knowing what the fuck is going on. And he don't need to. It's too much. He danced on a nigga grave, but it's been fun to live through a historical moment in real time. I feel like that's not something that we've been able to say, especially in rap music over the last year or so. So I think we could definitely say the genre's been revived. Yeah.
This was overall, I think, a very positive thing for the sport of rap, And we got the GOAT back active. You know what I'm saying? We hadn't heard Kendrick music in a while, and now we got 5 new songs, 5 new verses at least in the last 2 weeks,
Yeah, definitely grateful for that.
So I think that's the biggest, that's my favorite part of the beef.
And I like that it was true to previous beefs where it was like gloves off. Like we're shooting at each other.
Yeah.
Like these last couple of diss tracks too felt like there was no jabs, there was no subliminals. These are haymakers being thrown. Let's see who could walk away from this looking the best, And I think we all are kind of in agreement of who's up right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Who won, you know what I mean? I think Kendrick low-key like eviscerated this nigga with Meet the Grams, then Not Like Us dropping. So I don't know. Last night I did the thing where I listened to all of them in succession, like from First Person Shooter to Not Like Us.
Yeah.
I didn't think it. I think that 616. Nah, not even 616. I really do think that everything took a turn around. No, probably 616. 616 was the one where I was like, this could get dark.
Interesting.
It still felt like he was warning Drake.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, it didn't get dark until Thursday night when we got Meet the Grams and Family Matters.
Yes.
Both really good records. I went back to Family Matters and I'm like, this one, that third beat switch, that's some real good Drake right there.
And I love the way he starts the song. Because, you know, kids are calling him out about saying nigga, and he's like, maybe you probably shouldn't. Fast flow shit. Like,
no, totally.
That was fun.
I thought it was corny, though. I feel like Drake, I mean, maybe Drake is just always comes off as corny to me, but like, I was like, bro, I think you're killing yourself with that line and the slave line too. Like, I
shouldn't have said the slave line.
Proving your point.
Yeah,
bro. There's a whole conversation I feel like we could go into. I don't know if we should about just like the racial identity politics that this has opened up as well. Like,
there's a conversation there.
It's a whole conversation that I do want to have at some point.
But I think it's more so about like who you align yourself with, how you move, how you talk, act genuinely when there are cameras and aren't cameras, what you do for the culture, as opposed to how you look on a surface level. You know what I mean? Like, I think a lot of people are just like, oh, like Drake's a light-skinned nigga, you know what I mean? Taking that and running with it. But I think Kendrick is calling him out in that sense and kind of how he's treated black people because of, you've seen the previous videos of him talking about people from Toronto, you know what I mean? And just kind of how Drake has in the past had this tone when it comes to the culture, and then now that he's a beneficiary of it, now he's kind of switched up and is keeping someone like 21 Savage by his side all the time, but only to make him look more valid in the streets, talking about him as a shooter, you know? I don't know.
No, it goes deeper than that, though, because the dude is Canadian cosplaying like an American Southerner half the time. Like, he bit off Wayne, he bit off Houston, he bit off Atlanta.
Isn't his pops from Memphis, though?
But see, that's what I'm saying. And that's when you get into it, because this guy was raised in Canada by his white mother. So it's like, if you're coming into the States and cosplaying all these things, it's like, even if your dad's from Memphis, we've heard in these diss tracks, his dad didn't raise him.
That's what I was going to say is, do you think that it's really about the fact that he's half white, or is it more about how he was raised, where he was raised and what he was around?
The only reason why is because I think Degrassi Drake, all of that pre-18, 21-year-old Drake was Canada, raised by white mom, but ever since Drake has kind of, and it is funny, but like ever since he's jumped into the music game, he's kept his dad pretty close. Dad been album covered, dad's been featured on projects, so like it's not like he's not around his father, right? But has those roots.
As Kendrick said, though, it's like he's keeping him around almost to like validate what he's talking about. I had a conversation about this with my sister the other day. It's like, so half my family's from Ghana, right?
Yeah.
Like, if I like went and started making Afro beats and started talking in like more in a Ghanaian accent, and I went back and was filming music videos, like, people would look at me kind of funny, but like it would be accepted because like that's my heritage, you know what I'm saying? I have family, I have real ties or whatever. But at the end of the day too, I'm like an American born here. Yeah. You know, so like going back isn't really true to like my complete identity, especially because half of that's Puerto Rican, right? I feel like Drake, in a probably even worse way, is coming to a different country, cosplaying all these different people and acting like all these different people that he's not. And then he's going abroad and doing the same thing. And while you could say that he's using his platform to like help these different genres and help these different like pockets of hip hop, like he will do it and then like throw it away when it's inconvenient. When was the last time Drake was in London?
I've seen someone talking about that.
This guy was clicked up with Skepta, Gigs, J Hus, bro. He dropped a song with J Hus. Where's the video at? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. When was the last time we've seen him with any of these figures?
Sench is always in America.
He was just when they link, though,
but not in London.
Yeah,
right. Sench has like interesting parallels, but I feel like I don't know enough about the UK, so I won't get into that. But what I'm saying is there is an interesting, deeper conversation about the topics that Kendrick is talking about, because Kendrick is really black, born and raised in Compton. Like, yeah, like Drake jabbed at him and was like, why did you move to New York? But his roots are always going to be in LA, bro.
I don't think that there was ever any question about who's more thorough, who's really more true to where they come from, who's representing their people better. Drake has always been kind of fighting these culture vulture allegations. And I think that Kendrick really hit it on the head when he ended Meet the Grams with, you know, this is like about a lifelong battle with yourself. Like, you know, you're not really admitting the type of women you like. You're not admitting where you come from, or you're flip-flopping. You're not even being fully transparent with why you're running around with the people you're running around with. So that's all just facts. It's hard it's really hard if you're a Drake fan. I don't know how you're defending him at this point. You know what I mean? I think that there are good jabs that Drake threw at Kendrick that have to be addressed, but Drake, everything that Kendrick said about him is kind of just hitting a little harder, kind of just a little more true, a little more facts.
When Academics is on Twitter gassing up Kendrick, talking about we need timestamp Drake, where's timestamp Drake?
Yeah.
There's nothing you can say.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you guys just a couple baseline questions to kind of get the temperature where you guys are at with the beef. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay. Is the beef over?
No.
Not over?
Yeah, I don't think these niggas like each other. I think that they do I think more diss tracks will be dropped?
Let me rephrase the question. Has the beef been won?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. At this point, yes.
Okay. And we're all in agreement that Kendrick has won the beef?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you had to give it a score, where it stands right now?
I don't even know. I've seen people say that a lot, and I honestly lost track of all the rounds back and forth. I'm just like, Kendrick is up.
Significantly?
Yes.
I think even with Family Matters, Drake hasn't won a single jab.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
Eat push-ups is not strong enough. Family Matters, while he does call out Kendrick on some very serious allegations, it's still not as good a track as Euphoria, as Not Like Us, as 616. Yeah.
I'll be weird. I think that Drake's best shot was Tailor Made. In terms of diss record, disrespectful, getting him where it hurts, I think that was the best one. And the most creative, most unique, artistically it shined through to me, if he wrote the verses.
Yeah. Let's boil that down a little further. What was the best thing that Drake said about Kendrick? The most devastating thing that he got off?
He's a domestic abuser, allegedly.
To me, yeah, it's definitely you call it self-defense because she's bigger than you. That was when you put your hands on her or whatever he said. To me, that was easily the best thing he said, his best bar.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I think that the little subliminals in the video have been good. Having allegedly, once again, because I don't know none of these niggas, I don't know the facts, but if he had Kendrick's wife's wedding ring and was flexing that in the video.
No, I think that was the Tupac ring he was talking about.
He had two.
No, he did.
Oh, he had a wedding ring too?
Tupac ring.
Oh, okay.
Wedding ring. That's a good jab. Taking on all of the other rappers who was talking shit about him, I thought that was really good. You know what I mean? Especially the way that he did on Family Matters. He's had moments. I don't think Drake just went down without a fight.
No.
Right. And I think Drake, he bodied everyone else.
He did.
But I think from the beginning, we were just like, bro, I don't know why he's doing this against Kendrick. Kendrick is just better. But Ross, A$AP Rocky, Metro, all of them, bro, I just don't think they ever stood a chance, low key.
Yeah.
Metro, you see Metro drop the beat today?
BBL Drizzy.
Yeah, that was funny, but still.
Drake kind of got him again with a comment.
Yeah.
What'd he say?
He was like, "Did you just drop a beat about my ass?"
Honestly, though, it's kind of fun. It's kind of a good idea to open up an open verse challenge. There might be 500 Drake disses by the end of the day on BBL Drizzy. What do you guys think was the turning point for Kendrick? What song?
Euphoria.
You think Euphoria was?
Mm-hmm.
You agree?
Yeah, it was Euphoria.
I agree. What do you think was the most devastating thing? What was the most devastating bar Kendrick had for Drake over the course of the whole beef?
There's a lot, bro.
But which one do you think?
All of the young girl bars.
Yeah, I don't know if it was.
I don't even remember a specific one.
It was struck a chord A minor for me. When I know that was kind of later in the beef, but when he did that, I think it was all right, it's been settled.
Well, he got the club with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He got the party record, you know?
Because I thought he won after Meet the Grams, but I still did think that the door was open for maybe a response from Drake. Maybe there was a way that he could do something to kind of fight back or kind of get Kendrick worse allegations, fight back against his allegations. Not Like Us was nail in the coffin. I think you're unserious. I don't think you have anything for this. Let me just dance on your grave.
Yeah.
And it's going to get played everywhere. Ross was in the club playing that instantly.
That was hilarious at the pool party.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm interested to see how how many views each of these videos gets, and then what the chart position is on all these songs. Come like I think it'll be next week or the week after that we'd see all that.
It's gonna be really interesting. And normally I feel like I would kind of be of the party that's like it doesn't really matter. You know, it's a rap beef, but it might matter a little bit because now I'm kind of exposed to the idea of like if it's played outside, the bars are so much more impactful because everyone knows them, everyone's singing them, they're hearing them.
Well, think about Kendrick getting like 3 top 10 hits. You know what I'm saying? Like he would be beating Drake at his own game.
That part too.
I mean, Push Ups didn't even debut on the top 10.
Yeah.
It's looking slow for Drake, bro.
It really is, bro. Kendrick out streaming Drake is the development I didn't expect. I thought no matter how much he killed him by, Drake would still stream more. I really did.
Mm-hmm. It's an argument about who's the GOAT. And I think that now we can safely and comfortably say that Kendrick, from a rapping standpoint, is unquestionably the GOAT. I think Drake's always had the numbers to back it up. I think Drake has always been like niggas was saying Kendrick wasn't battle tested.
Yeah.
People were
he wasn't
in a lot of circles, and it's fair to say you're 100% right. You're 100% right because he really wasn't, and you're able to call him out like that. You know, I mean, you can't act like Kendrick is just this fucking unbeatable force when he hasn't done anything. But I think Kendrick recognized that moment. That's why it's dope that he acknowledged the boogeyman thing. It's like, nah, y'all have been putting all this weight on my name for all of these years, giving me all of this high praise without me having to do anything. When it comes to the time when I have to step to the plate, I'm a body shit. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, I think he had to almost act like this.
Man, it's interesting because you do need to check off all the boxes to be the greatest. Mm-hmm. And he checked a lot of them off, like, you know, albums, classics, songs, hits, Grammys. But yeah, he had never won a significant rap beef, which I think most of the GOATs that we talk about had. And so I think at some point he knew he had to engage. So who better to pick than Top Dog, you know, if you're really Top Dog.
Yeah. I think I don't know if you thought Kendrick wasn't like that, you know now. And I think it also cements the personality that I think he's kind of been trying to show a little bit since Mr. Morale even, where it's like, yo, y'all think I'm this happy-go-lucky, pro-black, like nice guy. Like, nah, like I have trauma, I have problems. I am not this nice guy. I'm the great rapper you all think, but like if you think I'm gonna play nice or do any of this shit, nah, like it could get dark.
Yeah, that record helped the beef a lot. I think Kendrick's humility and his willingness for his flaws to be perceived and known by the public, I definitely played in his favor throughout the beef. 2 more questions. One is, what was your guys' favorite track, including Like That and First Person Shooter, to come out of this scuffle?
Not Like Us.
Definitely not First Person Shooter. That song is ass.
Been saying
that song sucks.
Been telling niggas First Person Shooter was ass since that shit dropped, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck that song.
I think Like That is still one of my favorite records. Euphoria too. The more I listen to Euphoria, the more I'm like, I liked it at the time, but I was always complaining about the beat. But it is definitely a great record, bro.
Yeah.
Euphoria was the best display of rapping that we got throughout the whole thing. If we're talking about flows, bars, lyricism, it's Euphoria. But I think I'd go with you. I think I like Not Like Us with Like That as a close second.
Facts.
Like That is probably gonna be the biggest rap song of the year. I think when it's all said and done, and the fact that that's what kicked it off, and you have Kendrick calling him a bitch on, you know, a 3-week #1 song, or I guess Taylor came in.
Yeah.
You guys, you Like That get 2 or 3?
I don't remember.
You know what I mean? It just made it all the more impactful.
It's funny to see how Drake is hurt about the Future shit. You can even see it in like the way that he was addressing it on the song. It's like, fuck, me and Future ain't never even been through it. Like, I don't even, maybe we could still be friends. I don't know.
What will Pluto do?
Because Future ain't said shit, and that's like, I think we've really understood that from the beginning. Like, Future's gonna recruit these niggas, but he's like, yo, I'm laid back. I'm like,
I don't even feel like this doesn't even feel like his idea, to be honest. He's just like, all right, whatever.
It feels damn near like it might be Metro's idea.
The way that Metro's going hard on Twitter, yeah. It feels
Metro hates Drake.
I thought that at first, but then I'm like, this was definitely Kendrick's idea.
What, Like That?
The beef. Starting the whole shit.
I don't agree.
I think that the opportunity presented itself and Kendrick went for it because he was mad about First Person Shooter or annoyed about it.
You think somebody said you should diss Drake on this record? Or you think they were in the studio, they played the record, and Kendrick was like, yo, this is my time?
I think it was probably talked about loosely because the album is called We Don't Trust You. So there was a general vibe around the project of like, there's something in the air. And then there were rumors before even Kendrick was known to be involved in this that some of this project would be about Drake. And then once I think Kendrick, it was like a perfect storm of things. You know, it wasn't supposed to start a beef, but I think it was supposed to be a response to maybe some slight disrespect that he took on first person shooter. But I don't think he thought that it was going to spark all this.
That's fair. That's fair.
Maybe.
Wait, you don't think that Kendrick thought that his verse was going to spark this?
I don't think so.
Really?
He's done this before.
Yeah.
He dropped Control and people responded and there was no massive beef. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel like the way that I've seen Drake, and obviously I've only seen him on social media and the way that he portrays himself and how people portray him, but I feel like it was obvious to me that he was going to come back with a record and a couple verses for him.
I mean, you saw the point. The side of this shit that I was on for weeks was literally like, this is not that serious. I didn't think that Like That was a real haymaker. Obviously, I think first person shooter, like, sure, Kendrick may have taken disrespect, but them niggas weren't talking greasy about Kendrick for real on that. Like, I never thought it would escalate to the point where they're trying to do things and claim things that would end people's career.
yeah.
I didn't think that anything leading up to this would be that deep, bro. I don't know. It's sad to see because it's not okay. I'm on Vince Staples shit. Did you see what he said?
No. Say what you want to say because then I have something to add.
You know what I mean? Because fun, love to dance to the records. I love rap music. You know, I've been around this shit for a minute now, so it's fun in that context. Outside context, though, you do just have two of the most successful black men in the industry who have all this power. Instead of clicking up, using it for good, tearing each other down. Now neither of them look as good on a human level as they previously did. There's still so much other shit going wrong in the industry to our people that like is now not the focus of anything. Like, it isn't a perfect situation. You know, it's great for it's great for rap music when we're looking at it small, but when you zoom out, I could see how this is almost like a negative thing.
And that's what I was trying to say yesterday, bro. And maybe I didn't say it in the right words, but when I was driving across town to listen to another diss track by Kendrick, I was like, first, this has already been super heavy. Like, somebody that I admire and whose music I've listened to since I was like in middle school, like, is being completely torn down piece by piece. And even though the allegations are crazy and just like unfathomable, it still hurts to be in this moment. And then when I heard the record, even though I liked it, I was like, damn, man, he's just doubling down on this shit that is just like so sad to hear. And I feel like that wasn't acknowledged by, you know, we were talking about the YouTube comments. I'll just give it a moment, but I feel like that wasn't being acknowledged in the comments. They're like, nah, like Drake's over, he's done. Bro, if that's true, a whole era of my life is also done. Like, there's so many moments that Drake has been a part of in all of our lives, I think. Mm-hmm. And then I also felt too, I was like, all right, this record is cool, but Drake said some pretty serious stuff about you as well, which, you know, we're not going to compare two evils. While might not be as bad, it's still pretty awful. And you are not acknowledging it. You're just doubling down on a point to almost erase the fact that this was said. I don't know. If Kendrick drops again, he needs to acknowledge it, in my opinion. Not that he's going to lose the beef if he doesn't, but he's going to lose a little bit of respect, in my opinion, if he doesn't. Because a diss record, or I guess a battle, is about addressing the back and forth, and you haven't done that.
He did say, don't tell lies about me and I won't tell the truth about you. And I think that is kind of the built-in armor from all of this. It's like, why would I address something that's simply just not true?
Yeah, I mean, he also, on Mr. Morale, says several times that he's not our savior. So I think he's definitely built in. I mean, Kendrick has always built in this pseudo like godlike persona, but also has always been like but I'm not perfect.
He's fought against it. I think he's fought against it, even though he calls himself the Elohim. You know what I mean? Bro, which we looked it up, and that's like another name for a god.
I think it's like a Hebrew term for God.
But I do think that's probably like, niggas be saying like, oh, I'm the rap god, shit like that,
No, he's smart. He's protected himself from a moment like this when, he's so big, bro. A moment like this was going to happen where somebody was going to find something out about him or say something about him. And he's kind of have this built-in armor of like, yo, I'm really not perfect. I'm really just the average guy too. I'm working through things. I'm going through therapy, all this. But I don't know. I feel like I see through it.
I'm just like, but that's why I'm like, there's nothing to see through it. I'm like, I don't know if there's a point. How does Kendrick benefit at all from acknowledging the domestic violence allegations if they're not true?
Well, I don't know. This is probably just more personal where I feel like he should. But I can see what you're saying. I don't know if it necessarily makes him look better or worse to acknowledge them. And he's already called Drake a liar several times, so another piece of built-in armor. But it's really just a personal thing for me. Yeah. If people don't care, people don't care, but that's what I care about.
Yeah. He should deny it. He should probably deny it. You know what I mean? I don't know how, assuming that it's not true. You know what I'm saying? If it is true, I don't know what he does. Because you're right, the built-in armor was really effective, and I don't even think it's a facade or something you can see through. It's just being a really
transparent person.
It's being a good role model. You know what I mean? It's accepting your flaws, wearing them on your sleeve, not portraying yourself as perfect, and but still doing the best you can every day.
And the last thing I want to say, because I don't want to go too much in on Kendrick, but I do also think that in this imperfection too, he also has, he's kind of contradicted himself a couple times. Like he's talking about Drake likes young girls, all this stuff. Why would we mess with him? But then you remember years ago when they were talking about taking R. Kelly's music off streaming, and he was like, well, if they do that, I'm going to do that too to my catalog. You know what I'm saying? Like he's had moments where he has defended what he's going against now. I think there were some other contradictions, but that's the one that pops up in my mind immediately.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
He's trying to win. I get it.
I can't,
but
I
see through it, bro. I see through it.
You can't say you see through it, bro.
I see through it, bro. This is a conversation that nobody's having. This is somebody I admire too, and I just want to have the conversation.
I don't think that Kendrick wants to cancel Drake. I think he's trying to kill Drake in a rap battle, but I think Kendrick has frequently spoken out against cancel culture. That's like been his thing. So I don't think Kendrick wants us to like fully stop fucking with Drake in every way, shape, and form. I think he had to do what he had to do. You know what I mean? But I don't know.
And I'm just like, there's nothing to see through because I'm like, yo, these niggas don't need to be, sure, you can't fight against being a role model. You know what I mean? People will, but you shouldn't put these people on a pedestal to begin with. I don't expect the most from Kendrick. I don't know any of these niggas at all. I have literally zero expectations of any of these people. You know what I mean? Do I want to give bad people money and streams? No. So is that going to make me maybe press and play on certain people's songs when I find out things? Yes. But from a moral and human being standpoint, I don't expect them to be good people because I think it's hard to be an upstanding person when you've been through trauma, are part of a little bit of an older generation because they're 35, 36, you know what I mean? Grew up in environments that beget even more trauma, less talking, less therapy, that type of thing. Like these are troubled people the same way we're all troubled in our own ways, you know what I mean? You got to look at all of them on like a regular even playing field because at the end of the day, we all are the same, you know what I mean? Some people have talents in other fields, but like, I don't, there's people like this everywhere, all across the world. You know, and it's not to say that it's not a problem, but it's like, it's not news to me, you know?
That was kind of my thought process when you brought up the Vince Staples thing. Because yes, it is important. You know, I hate to see these incredible people, or not incredible people, these incredible artists get torn down. You know what I mean? And that's like a bad look, and I see the optics are bad. But also, celebrity obsession in America is terrible. Yeah. And thinking these people truly are perfect and truly should be your role models and should be people that you take life advice, political advice, all this shit from. That's a big problem in our entire society, like as an American. You know what I mean? So I think stuff like this that humanizes some of these people, it's bad, but it also serves a purpose.
And shout out, that's why very rarely, if ever, will I give a shout out to the media outlets. But the fact that the Vince Staples conversation is getting picked up and publicized is really, really dope to me. Because in theory, you see how everyone in the game, whether you a singer, whether you a rapper, they all have had something to say about this. And Vince, multiple times, whenever he's been given the platform as a funny nigga to go viral, has spoken out against this. And I think that that's dope. And it shows, where he comes from. Because Vince is the last person to say he's a saint. Or that he's the best person in the world. You know what I mean? But he is able to take a step back and look at this from a bigger perspective, which is necessary in things like this.
Definitely.
For sure.
Question, if we're going to keep going on the beef for a sec, I want to know who the biggest winner and loser of the beef was. And you can't say Kendrick or Drake for either of them.
Biggest winner was Lil Yachty. I think that, I'm so serious. I think that his importance to the last maybe couple of years of Drake has been really, really brought to the forefront. I think that if you look deeper, you can even see how Yachty has influenced him from a style perspective for like fashion.
Yeah.
Dresses and things
that's
like
what
that.
he got the bar for.
I really, really think that you can't deny it. And I didn't know how young Yachty was. He's 26. You know what I mean? Like, he's about to enter into the prime of his career. He just dropped the Concrete Boys tape. Like, it feels good. Biggest loser besides them two is probably either I was gonna say Chubbs. maybe Chubbs, just because he ain't. Someone says Chubbs has to shoot Baby Keem on live, bro. That's the only way to get back.
That's crazy.
Chubbs or maybe Cole. But damn near people have come around to Cole.
People are like, Cole did the right thing now after seeing where this went.
Nah, he's still whack for that.
Okay, who's your biggest winner and loser?
Biggest winner, and I don't even know the name of the restaurant, but that restaurant that was shouted out multiple times.
Oh yeah, biggest winner.
Nice.
Yeah, in Toronto. I mean, from getting a shout out to Kendrick to being on the news and then being in a Drake music video wearing Pharrell's chains, like it's that guy's gonna be very rich for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
There we go. Biggest loser. I don't know. I think Cole is a good answer. I don't know. I have like a fake deep answer.
You gotta give a fake deep. Be fake deep today. Be fake deep. The biggest loser is the black community.
The black women community, bro.
Oh my god.
That. I mean, it's kind of fake deep, but I also just feel like, bro, both sides are kind of just talking about how much the other person doesn't respect black women, and it's like, bro, neither of y'all really respect them, to be honest.
But in the but it is said in the frame of this is like one of the worst things I could say about you, right? So aren't they saying like you're terrible because you don't respect black women?
I don't know what they're saying. I just don't think that anybody's benefiting from the conversation. But
that's fair.
That was my fake deep answer because I don't really have enough ammo to get into it, but I do have that feeling that is weighing on my spirit as well. So
God,
that's
this nigga.
That's fair.
Hate this nigga.
Biggest winner was the podcasters and the content creators. Joe Budden podcast, New Rory and Ma, all that shit. Like, I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen podcasts in the hip hop space get so much shine. I think we've benefited from it too, even though y'all have kept us in the studio recording reaction after reaction. Like the view count is up. You know what I mean? People are talking about it. There's a lot to talk about. We've caught some viral TikToks off it. You know what I mean? The content creators are up right now.
Yeah.
Just biggest loser, first thing that comes to mind is Rocky. I feel like Rocky had some I feel like Drake said some shit about Rocky that actually landed, especially on Family Matters.
I don't know what did he say?
I mean, he was just basically saying just stick to modeling because your shit is still trash. Your last shit was trash. I mean, the way he said it was pretty. He said what? You probably got to go have another kid before you can drop again.
Rocky has the most built-in armor against Drake
because of Rihanna.
This is the girl that you have publicly chased for years. You want this girl so bad, not an object at all, not a trophy or anything like that. But Drake has literally came out and said I want to be with Rihanna more than anything else, and Rocky, that's his wife.
Nah, you right. You right.
He don't need to. He laid up chilling. You know what I mean? Probably keying about the diss track with Rihanna. You know, folks talking about a big winner is the West Coast too.
Big winner's West Coast. Big winner is also Future.
Yeah,
Future was a massive winner in this. Didn't really have to say much, but kind of just cemented his status as one of the greatest and caught some top records.
Finally, ranked above Cole.
Yeah.
He did jump. We're gonna have to re-rank. We're gonna have to re-rank the power rankings.
Future as my third. My big three would definitely be. I mean, can we?
Oh,
can we say Aubrey's in the big three still? What do we do with Aubrey?
What do you do with Aubrey? You go first. You're the biggest Drake stan here.
Oh God! All right.
You know you are. You know you are.
The comments in the last video. In my personal life, yes, I do listen to quite a bit of Drake. That's what I'm saying. I play Drake legitimately probably every day, and this has been the first time when it's like, yo, I'm not. I can't. You know, it does make me think twice about this. I'm of the mindset, because I've talked to some older people about this, and they are very against, as we would assume, cancel culture and all that. They're like, these people are bad. But this is the first time I think that like someone on the highest level in our generation has really been canceled. You know what I mean? For something this serious. I don't know. I really have no idea what to do. I have not had the urge to play Drake like I normally have. I will say that. But I don't know if I'm ready to make a definite statement. But I want to see what. Is it weird to say I want to see the social climate?
I mean, a little bit.
You know, like I don't
take cues from everyone.
I'll go on wax and just say this, bro, because y'all are gonna act like y'all are not gonna play Drake. That is probably impossible at this point, because like I stated early in this video, since middle school, this guy has made music that has been in my life for years. Some of my best memories are probably attached to him in ways that I don't even know. So, like, for me to say that I'm never going to play Drake again is probably impossible, and I'm not going to act like... I'm not going to be that type of person that's on some, like, nah, we're not going to do this, we're not going to do that. I do look at him extremely differently, but, yeah, I just feel like I'd also like to have that conversation, too, where it's like, I feel like whenever these moments happen, people say they're going to do things that they don't end up doing, and they stand on things that they're not going to stand on. If I say something, I'm going to stand on it.
It's not about never playing Drake again.
Mm-hmm.
It's about, do you play him significantly less? Do you have to cool off it for a little bit? You know what I mean? Do some of the lyrics sound different? Like because it is a thing where he's talking about relationships a lot. He's talking about women a lot.
And see, that is the one thing that I think we had this conversation outside of this, but that's the one thing that you said that has resonated with me a little bit. It's like, if you think about the context of how some of these songs are written, then it changes perspective. And I feel like under that new perspective, there's probably some songs where I'm like, bro, this is kind of gross. Like, I can't listen to this.
That is the perspective that I think you need to have. Like, because I'm thinking about this in the Tory Lanez situation too. And I had the same headspace through both, where it's not like, oh, I can't play this guy anymore because society has deemed it not okay to play this man. It's like, do the bars still hit? Like, now that I thought you might have been a bitch before, you know, your short ass shot her, but now that's all I can think about. You're small, angry, and shot a woman, and I don't even enjoy the music anymore. And keeping like the stuff out of it, I think parts of me thought that Drake was becoming corny the older I got. You guys make fun of me for saying it, because yes, I still play Drake songs, but like, I did have this feeling the older I got that he was getting like putting on the accents. I started being like, okay, this is not like, I actually know now where I can go to get this music. I don't need it from Drake. You know what I mean? And so now to hear it on wax from Kendrick talking about, you a culture vulture, you're all this, you're not cool, you're a bitch. It definitely, it hits not as hard.
And one thing I'll acknowledge with you, Spencer, because you said it from the beginning, I think ever since our reaction to For All the Dogs, go watch that if you haven't. But you were like, yo, this music really isn't hitting the same. And I think, honestly, in this context, that album has aged really badly.
Mm-hmm.
Even with all the cool, like, features and different things that he was trying to pull off, like, you know, obviously having the Cash Cobain feature, the Tizo Touchdown features and all that, like, it's still the context of, like, what he's talking about, the music videos with the two girls.
But that's what
it's just weird.
That's what we said.
All in agreement of this album being an old nigga trying to appeal to a younger generation.
Yes.
And it's not hitting. So that is like, that's why I don't go back to listen to For All the Dogs. That's why I think we all were in agreement that Jaded is about a fucking 21-year-old Georgia Smith. So that's why I'm not playing that fucking song. But now this is like, this just changes into everything, because those are like specific situations we could point back to, because now none of us have any idea. First of all, we don't know if it's true, but like, we don't know how long all this stuff has been going on. So you can go back to all of his love songs and shit like that throughout history, and it's like, yo, what are you really thinking about? You know what I mean? Like, there's certain songs that don't deal with that subject matter from Drake that I think maybe will still hit the same and you could go back to. But like, it's like, has your urge to play Drake not decreased after hearing all this?
I haven't really been listening to Drake since Meet the Grams, to be honest. I mean, I know that happened a few days ago, but
right. But
I think on the way over, I was listening to "What a Time to Be Alive," especially like Diamonds Dancing. I was like, man, this is a really dope record. But I mean, since then, I haven't listened to anything.
That's why I don't think it's like responsive to cancel culture to ask those type of questions. And I bring up society and why I want to see how they gauge things, because like I don't think I'm a perfect person, like morally, and I think that I'm immature, 23 years old, you know what I mean? I would definitely love to have older people in my life who are wiser, have seen more things, like give their perspective on this to show me a different perspective that maybe I'm not thinking about. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to be insulated within my own head thinking that what I'm saying and what I think is 100% right, and like I know exactly how to deal with this situation because I've never seen a situation like this before.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know how to move yet, but I am looking to, I want more information, which we probably won't get. So it's going to be awkward.
Just one thing I wanted to state. I think the only way that Drake wins this is if he completely discredits Kendrick. Because Kendrick's called him a liar for like throughout this whole beef and probably since before then. I think the only way that Drake can win is to give us information about Kendrick that would discredit him and everything he said about him. Because we're still, and that's why I wanted a little bit more acknowledgement from Kendrick about some of the things that people have been saying about him, because we're still in an era where it's like Kendrick has been saying all these things, but there's still not a lot of proof. Like, you know, a lot of these things, bro, are like actual criminal things that he's talking about with Drake. And like, not that I'm saying I want to see anybody in jail or whatever, but I do think at some point you need to come with a little bit more like concrete proof of instances. Otherwise it's just talk. I think the actual beef, yes, maybe you win because it's just about talking shit. But I think like society and like just credibility wise, I think you need to come with something a little bit more concrete.
And that'll with time, I think because he said the embassy's getting raided. And if it doesn't get raided, then in a year we'll look back and be like, huh.
Or I'm still on the page of like, if he doesn't get sued for defamation, I think it's true. Because that's the easiest way to discredit all of it. Mm-hmm. This is fake. The law can look into this, and if they don't find anything, then you look crazy. And that's how he discredits him. But if I don't hear anything from that, and if Drake doesn't speak out against it,
I mean, the only thing he's spoken out against is having a daughter.
I know. Yeah.
Crazy.
It feels
you're right. Without not trying to take legal action, I think that's his only gameplay right now. Even though it might be pussy and it might also lend itself to some of the things that they were saying about Drake.
Why is it pussy?
To go to the court.
You don't accuse. That is the worst thing you could accuse someone of.
I think in hip hop, like we have this stigma.
This is not hip hop. This is human being shit. If you accuse another man of being this, doing these things, they are totally fair and good to take legal action. I don't think anyone should look at you as corny, because I don't want to walk around walk around your neighborhood, you go to the grocery store, and these words about you are out there in the world.
No, you're right. As like on some human shit, you do it. But hip hop will think it's pussy.
It's a double-edged sword.
Yes, they will.
Why would hip hop think that taking legal action to defend yourself against being, you know what I mean? I don't know if we're allowed to say that word on YouTube.
What? A
pedo? The P word.
Pedo?
PDF file. I don't know if we can talk about
PDF file.
I don't know if we can talk about PDF files on YouTube. So I'm not going to say it. But if you're doing that, like, you're making my everyday life a lot worse by accusing me of this. Fuck hip hop. Like, you know what I mean? Because me rapping back at you saying I'm not, once again, now it's just he said, she said. So the only way to legitimately disprove it is to bring the law into this. Bro, you know what I mean?
But we've already seen how they talk about cease and desist. And bro, look at how anybody interacting with the law looks.
But a cease and desist
look at how they're killing Gunna, bro.
A cease and desist is pussy over a song, where there was no legitimate claims made about you that are like bad. You know what I mean? He just says that your music is ass and I'm not part of the big three. So sending a cease and desist for like that is pretty pussy. If you're snitching on people after saying you're gang affiliated and doing all that shit, running around with people toting guns and shit, yes, that's also pussy. But suing for defamation after someone put out the most flagrant lies about you is not pussy, because I want to be able to move around and not be called a sex offender in my average everyday life. Like that's not soft.
I think that people will see it differently, but I see what you're coming from. I'm not disagreeing with you necessarily.
I'm the same. I agree with you, but I do think that hip hop is gonna think it's pussy. I don't think it's pussy. I think he should do it, and if he doesn't do it, it looks like the allegations are either true or he's hiding something
But that's what I'm
of
saying. Do we
equal
think
strength.
hip hop is that stupid?
Yes.
Like that's a bigger problem.
I think the internet is that stupid.
The internet,
not hip hop.
The internet. So then let's call it the internet. Let's not say hip hop, because I think that if we're discrediting hip hop, I think every rapper that has ever rapped would not look at Drake crazy for wanting to speak out against this and take legal action to disprove that.
The internet is a better
but
way
a
to say it.
13-year-old typing on his shit saying OVO goon and all that shit. Yeah, of course they're gonna say that shit because they're fucking stupid.
They're a big part of this whole situation.
But we can't call them hip hop. That's when it becomes bad, because what does hip hop look like?
No, I'll say it again, but I took it back.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Sorry. I had my bad. I went Umar right there. Yeah. Is there anything else we need to like flesh out? A nigga died in front of our eyes. You know what I mean? R.I.P. Hopefully this nigga could get his. I mean, not hopefully. Hopefully, niggas haven't done anything that they've been accused of, and this is all just words, and they're all liars. I guess that's kind of the beginning and end of it for me. I don't know. Is there anything else we gotta touch on from this?
No, I think we pretty much said it all.
I think that's it. $1 Million Baby dropped.
$1 Million Baby.
I guess. I mean, we could talk about that a little bit before we get up out of here, just because I guess that's the only other significant moment in music that I've heard in the last week and a half.
Yeah,
I seen Tommy post a picture of, I think it was Meet the Grams, $1 Million Baby, Family Matters, and he was like awkward. You know what I mean?
That is hilarious.
This sandwich in between the two, but I mean, great win for him, great win for Brent, great win for predominantly independent artists. Don't know how to necessarily talk about it when you have pub distribution deal, but like, not at a major. Great song, great movement. You know what I mean? I like what they're doing.
It's really inspiring to see somebody that was, I think we all saw when they were like a little baby artist. You know what I mean? And that kind of moves around in a lot of circles of other artists that, we're familiar with and we like and that we know. It's cool to see somebody from that camp go crazy like he's going right now.
I did not expect it.
Me neither.
I did not expect it at all. I mean, we saw him perform with My Name Isn't J-Mac, because they have their group together. Mm-hmm. And I do think that was him still, once again, finding his sound, getting into the lane that he was going to occupy. I think that then the Brent thing really accelerated things, but I don't think it caused him to rush things, which I think was really dope. I think the sound developed, the goal developed. He dropped Selfish, and I don't even think Selfish did what this record did, even though it's in a similar vein. So I think the order in which they dropped, because now you have $1 Million Baby, you can go back to Selfish, still in the same world, so probably that song is getting its streams up. Mm-hmm. Great play, great plan, really good song, deserving of all the success.
Yep, Virginia up, man. Northern Virginia up, Woodbridge up, DMV up, bro. We outside this summer. I'll see y'all at Broccoli City, man.
You're making me want to beef with the DMV, like how all the Bay Area people here make me want to beef with the Bay.
Miles, you just like to hate, bro, because you've never been.
I have been to the DMV.
You had an invite from me to come celebrate, and you didn't come celebrate.
I've been to the DMV twice.
Man, come with me next time, bro.
Am I valid in the city, or is it extortion as soon as I step out the plane?
I mean, look, you're rolling with me, so I'm not gonna say I'm the most valid in the city, but I will say I have some friends, and we could have a good time. You know what I'm saying?
You run the city, kinda. You can say that.
Well, I'm not gonna say that, bro.
But you could say that.
There's some prominent figures in the city. I'm coming up. Eventually, people will know my name, but like Tommy, I rep my city, and y'all don't know my name yet.
You wanna
I rep my city for so damn long.
Yeah, I'm not good. I'm a nomad. I don't really claim nowhere.
You don't claim Vegas?
You are from Vegas, but you're an Eagles fan.
I'm
and a Heat fan.
I won't get too into it because I don't know football like that, but that feels like a contradiction to me.
Dog,
Philly, you accept him?
Dog, I'm good everywhere. That's what niggas don't understand, bro.
See, you beefing with like say over Virginia is like when I try to shit on people for their basketball team, and they're like, "Who do you even like?
No,
like what do you even claim?"
What you mean? I claim everywhere. I'm a man. I love everybody. I spread positivity, peace, all that shit. I'm not with the negativity, you know.
That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy.
I'm vibrating on a higher level now. Okay. Anything else you guys hate for about? You don't want to talk about him?
Shout out Shabuzi. That's my last Virginia thing.
Let's do hot takes.
I'm not doing that. Okay, yeah. You want me to start?
I can start.
All right. I'm starting.
Why would you do that? I'm gonna go.
I felt sassy.
Go ahead.
Feels Like Summer is the best music video of the last 20 years.
Oh my God. That is a heavy claim. 20 years? Yeah. So taking us back to 2004?
Yeah.
It's a heavy claim, but if you watch that video back, there is a lot of like allusions to things that were going to happen that have actually happened.
Yeah.
There's a really funny clip of Future riding a bicycle and Drake chasing after him and not being able to catch up to him.
Yeah. No, it's a great video. Mm-hmm. It's a great video. I love the style. It's a great song.
Layers done beautifully. A lot of meaning in it. I don't really see what's a competitor.
I'm trying to think about one
because nothing's been memorable.
When you put me on the spot like this, it's difficult, bro.
You know.
No, there's a bunch that do compete.
Yeah, like the one that you can't think of, or the other one you can't think of.
I mean, sometimes it's pretty impactful to see the artist. Like I love an animated video. Like what's the Mac Miller one? Stay on the beach. It's not as good of a video, but I'm just talking about like. Sometimes it's good.
But it's not as good of a video.
It might be as good a video. It's a great video.
Oh my! Stay. No. Stay is the one you're competing.
Y'all are funny. Y'all have had a couple hot takes about Gambino. Y'all really love that guy.
For sure.
I'm a Gambino fan.
What about like a Boy Is a Gun? It's a great video.
Comparing it to you're talking about things that look beautiful, and I think that's a very, very, very important part of music videos. Maybe the most, but like. Visually pleasing and deeper meaning. I can't think of another thing that has melded both of those.
What's the deeper meaning behind Feels Like Summer?
All of the people as like a youth running around, then it goes to the black screen and it's showing like some people who have passed away. I think that it just shows the full lineage of, is it hip hop? I don't even know if it's like just hip hop.
There's some R&B singers in there.
It's not that deep of a meaning, bro. He literally just had the animator include a bunch of pop culture figures.
I'm not saying it's like the deepest. But then there's little things like you said that have kind of come true. Let me not.
Like some Simpsons like predictions? That doesn't make it deep. That just I don't know, bro.
You can't think of one that's competing though.
Let me just think about it for a second. I haven't even thought about it. Bro. Does Kendrick have any? I really liked the
you gonna say Humble
N95 video. That was a crazy
he's running
video.
really fast. Bro.
No, that was a great video. Okay, you can have it. That's a good video. Let's say you don't have any videos you like better. You think he's right?
You know what? I've decided that I'm gonna be peaceful with Miles today. We've been very respectful of each other today, and I would like to continue that.
Me and Osei, we've been respectful.
You want to know a better animated music video?
Oh God,
like this. No worries.
All right.
Anderson Paak of Knowledge.
God, you be on dick for your guy.
Rhymes
bro.
Like Dimes. It's just animated better,
dick,
bro. It's
bro.
more
you
unique.
Be on dick, bro.
No. Watch the video.
Anderson, Andre 3000. Huh?
Less cursing, please.
Dog, you sound like my mom, bro. Shout out, mom. You know,
you be on dick,
bro. You know, it's not even a cuss word. I was about to say something crazy.
Is it my turn?
Big D.
Yeah.
Keeping the theme of the podcast with rap beefs, I'm gonna go ahead and say "Not Like Us" is the best rap diss track ever.
Someone's a prisoner at the moment.
It's the best one ever. What's better? Like we're talking about No Vaseline. We're talking about Hit 'Em Up. We're talking about Ether, right? Like I put this over all three of those.
I like it a lot. I think it has the potential to be. I think that saying it 24 hours after it drops is absolutely heinous.
Hey, let's just talk about it like it is. This is the moment where Kendrick defeated the biggest rapper of all time.
Yes.
The biggest rapper of all time. It's a song that is incredibly fun. The disses are venomous. The beat is amazing. And he does the little chant shit at the end. OV ho. Come on, this is the best ever.
You're not crazy for saying it.
The only reason that I'm going to back up Miles is because, and maybe I'm contradicting myself, hopefully not, but I don't believe that this is, I believe that Kendrick is going to win. But if we're talking like Drake isn't going to respond to him, we're out of our minds.
Really?
I think he definitely responds.
I don't think he does.
He said he's going on vacation in Family Matters.
He did?
Yeah, he said like it's gonna cost to mention my name.
I don't think Drake is done, bro. I think Kendrick is going to win, and I've always thought Kendrick's gonna win, but I don't think this is like nail in the coffin in terms of like when Pusha T dropped Story of Adidon, and Drake didn't respond. I think this is ongoing.
Is way better than Story of That. But no.
But I'm saying Drake stopped. I don't think Drake is gonna stop.
Okay, so what's the best diss track of all time?
I don't know, bro. I don't listen to those old diss tracks, bro.
Hit him up's the best.
What's your favorite?
I do think that Hit 'Em Up is my favorite because it sounds the best. Like I don't want to listen to Nas, bro.
Who does the second verse on Hit 'Em Up?
I don't know.
Get out the way, yo.
You guys don't even know who does the second verse, but it's the best diss track of all time.
I literally said that I don't.
Crazy.
That's why I fucked your bitch, nigga.
You just like that one line. You just like the intro. It's fire.
Yeah, money. That's bro. that is one of the most lethal things you could say to start a track, bro. That's gonna be everywhere in the world. Everywhere Biggie goes, he's seeing that and hearing that. That's wild.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying. I think that Not Like Us could 100%, 1000% become the best diss track of all time. I think that saying it after 24 hours is crazy, but
makes me an early adopter.
It's a hot take.
Is back to back bigger? It might be bigger.
Back to back.
It might not be better, but it might be a bigger song.
I'm not gonna lie. That was a good one to bring up because I think back to back as of now, as of 24 hours, you could still say that's a better diss track.
No,
just because I haven't lived with this as long. Back to back is a heater.
Back to back's dope.
It's not as lethal. It's not as mean.
Trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers.
Kendrick's mean.
Kendrick's mean,
a bully.
bro.
Kendrick's a bully.
He's hella
sure.
mean.
This guy definitely a bully.
Yeah, no, he's definitely a bully.
Ooh.
You know,
it's the boogeyman.
He's the boogeyman, but I think the big takeaway is that,
drop. Come on, Kendrick, drop. We're waiting.
Don't drop. Don't drop. Positivity.
Drop.
Let's celebrate that rap is back. You know what I mean? There are positives to take away from this. Let's not only focus on the negatives, Thank you guys for coming to the channel, man.
No, Osei needs to do a hot take.
Osei
needs to do a hot take.
Osei does not have a hot take.
Yeah, I don't really have one.
You're just gonna kill the segment
if
every week.
Bad bitch. I want to fuck me too. I want to me too.
That's your hot take.
Me too.
That's
a great song.
That's a red hot.
Shout out NLE Chopper.
21 years old. That's crazy.
Hey, put together a take. Say what you want to say about that take. Say what you want to say about Chopper.
What's my take?
I don't know. Just make one.
He's
just trying to press this nigga.
Bro, NLE Chopper makes very fun music. I'd like to see him make more songs like this. I thought Slut Me Out 1 was terrible.
Does the music not make more sense now that you know he's 21?
It does.
It's totally. I'm less mad.
That's why I kind of love it because I'm like, bro, so that means he got popping when he was like 17.
Yeah.
Nah,
you could get it off.
I'm not
he's
mad. Doing his thing, bro. Shout out NLE.
A 21-year-old with all this money is supposed to make Slut Me Out too. That's where it goes.
Oh, so you ever asked anyone to slut you out?
Whoa.
Did that ever come out your mouth?
Please.
Thank y'all for watching, man. Make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Catch y'all next one, man. Peace.